Okay, y'all already know what time it is. It's Secret Invasion time, baby! The last episode just barely came out. I'm a day late to watching it, but I gotta say, this show had a very good conclusion to it, not gonna lie. So if you want to hear my thoughts about it, then please stick around and you will find out. And if you have not seen Secret Invasion, specifically episode 6, I would probably click out because I will be spoiling it. If you don't care about spoilers, if you've already seen the show, you know what to do. You can keep on watching. All right, let's go ahead and get into it. Bro, okay, I got extensive notes, okay? I wanted to be very prepared. First of all, this is not going to be in any particular order of how the show progressed. I don't want to do a recap of this episode. I feel like this episode had a lot going on with it. There was a lot of back and forth between Rhodey at the hospital and Nick Fury and Gravik and all that kind of stuff at the compound, and there was just a lot of back and forth. So I'm just gonna go ahead and go straight into my thoughts about it. Overall, not even overall, let's just break it down. Absolutely loved the big twist that they had in this episode. This episode was like, what the heck is going on? It was literally like, as I was watching it, I was like, dang, Nick Fury's really gonna die in this compound because of all the radiation poisoning. That's kind of sad, but you know, whatever. And then when him and Gravik get into that big machine to make them super, when he came out and he was like also a superhero, I was like, holy shit, how did that work with Nick Fury? That's insane. Then it was obviously revealed that it was Gaia, not Nick Fury, and then Nick Fury was at the hospital, and that reveal was just, it was really good. I really loved that twist between Gaia and Gravik, and I literally thought it was Nick Fury getting powers. It was just a really good way to trick the audience, and also making sure that each character needed to be where they were. It was just really good storytelling. I will say that first. I will also say that I freaking hate the Skrull Rhodey. Not too sad that that Skrull is no longer with us, if you know what I mean. I just hate Skrull Rhodey's personality. When he says,
"Did you take stupid pills with your breakfast?"
I was just like, oh, he's so annoying. I hate him. And he's so mean. And just like, how did nobody realize that that wasn't the real Rhodey? Because the personalities are like day and night. Maybe it's just like the Skrull Rhodey is like slipping a little bit, not doing too well at pretending to be Rhodey. So he's like the asshole now. But, you know, like Kevin Feige said that Rhodey had been a Skrull for quite some time now. I just don't know how long that would have happened. And I'm trying to like date it back, but at the end of Civil War, we see Rhodey like almost die, you know, and then he ends up losing his legs. And then, you know, you see him like trying to rehabilitate himself and walk, and that's the real Rhodey. And then I don't really remember seeing him all that much. So was he a Skrull in Infinity War and in Endgame? Like, is it that far back? It can't be further back from Civil War. I feel like Civil War was the real Rhodey because he loses his legs, and then when you see the real Rhodey come back from like the weird hive thing that the Skrulls had put him in, he has no use of his legs. So, I don't know. I feel like they're just kind of tricking us. And maybe there was just like plans to make Rhodey a Skrull for a long time, but the actual like Rhodey in the films hasn't been a Skrull for a long time. I don't know. We'll just have to see throughout the continuum of Marvel. But yeah, he's just so freaking annoying. And I was just like, ugh, how is anybody listening to him? He's the worst. Anyway, I also really liked that we got to see a little bit more of a backstory with Gravik. I wish that they would have shown that backstory either just in this episode, like shown him as like the child soldier that Nick Fury created, or have it throughout the entire season of us just getting little snippets of who Gravik was and then how he worked for Nick Fury, and then have this big monologue at the very end. Because I really did like the monologue. I thought the actor did a great job at doing the monologue, and like that whole scene was really, really good, and the writing was just very, very good. So I think the monologue was needed, but I wish that that wasn't the first time that we found out about Gravik's past life, and that his face that we see is a person that he had killed for Nick Fury, and like all that anger and stuff. Feel like that anger would have been better if we would have seen exactly what had happened between him and Nick Fury the entire time, if that makes any sense. I don't know. I just think it would have been interesting to see like all those missions, how he got to his villain origin story. And I understand that that would have probably been a lot to add into a 6-episode season, but I think they should have put more time into that than maybe some of the weird backstories that we got. Maybe less backstories with Nick Fury. I don't know how they would have done it. I just wish I would have seen that instead of just heard everything that was happening. I think that the superpowers that they got from the Hive, is it the Hive? Whatever it's called. I think that those were so cool to see, like all at once, and you would have to rewatch it a couple of times, maybe even slow it down to really see all of the powers that were happening. Like, I like that they showed like the Abomination. Obviously the Hulk was a big one, Carol Danvers was a big one, and Mantis was a big one, but then there was a few little things here and there as well, like Quicksilver. It looked like there was the Thing from Fantastic Four. There was also like lava and stuff. I don't know. It was really, really cool, and I would like to see like what you caught from all of that. I really liked how Gravik, he is using like all the strong characters that are like strong muscly wise and like power wise. You see him turn pretty much into the Abomination, the Hulk, Carol Danvers obviously, but he's going for more of like the brawn, and then Gaia's not afraid to pull out like the brain and like really use the lesser powerful characters, I guess. She uses Mantis and all that kind of stuff to her advantage, so it kind of shows the dynamic of who's actually stronger. Are you stronger if you can use your brain, or are you stronger if you can use your muscle? And then she also uses her muscles, so she's definitely like way stronger. But I just really liked that little tidbit there. And then I thought that fight scene was a little bit short though. Like, I think they could have spent a little bit more time on that so that we could have seen even more like cool stuff, I guess. But I don't know how they were supposed to stretch it because it is the last episode. It would have just, I don't know, it just seemed a little bit short, and I wish that we could have seen a little bit more, because I know episode 3 was a little bit of a filler, so maybe cut episode 3 in half, add in 4, and like move things around so that, you know, we have half of 5 and all of 6 to really see all these like fight scenes and all of these things a little bit more thought out instead of just kind of rushing to the end. It was still a really good episode, so it was really wild to see how many humans the Skrulls have actually had, because I just thought it was those diplomats and like the 50 to 100 humans like Rhodes, Ross, and like all the really important people that they were holding near the big machine that we keep seeing over and over again. And that reveal of seeing just how many humans the Skrulls have had was wild. I was like, oh my gosh, that is so many people. Like, they already invaded Earth. How is their mission not over? Like, they have so many humans. It's just crazy. And it's exciting to see that they didn't just like conclude everything and make it just this one big happy ending of them defeating Gravik and like all that kind of stuff, because now we kind of have a little bit more of a setup for each movie and TV show to come, so I'm really excited for that. And I hate the president, bruh. Like, I understand that now the president has only seen what bad Skrulls are and like the distrust of Skrulls, so I wish that Nick Fury would have just showed him like that Skrulls are good too, and that Skrulls have actually also helped him, like Talos. It's just like, it's so annoying that he went from like finding out who the Skrulls are into like the Liam Neeson, we will find you, we will hunt you down, we will kill you. Like, bro, they're not all bad. Also, like, he's not even just killing Skrulls, like, he's killing innocent people too. That was just so annoying. But it does, again, make a great setup for the future projects instead of just having it all resolved in episode 6 and having the president just be like, we're gonna make these people a part of our people, because that's not really how reality would work, right? Like, we all know that people would be definitely afraid if there was aliens living among us, and we would probably kill them, hunt them down, start a war. So it definitely starts that, like, what's gonna happen next. So I'm really excited for that. But again, the president was just like, that's so freaking annoying. But great storytelling, great writing. Priscilla and Nick's love, I mean, we've seen it throughout the entire series. Their chemistry on set looks very real, and that feeling of them actually being together for a long time, like, you get that feeling of like they're an old married couple, and they did really good job within the short 6 episodes of really seeing like the development of their marriage and who they are separately as well as together. And I hope that we see more of Priscilla and Nick Fury together in Marvel movies to come. So, but I like that they ended that with her going with him, but then also still having like a purpose on Earth and being like, but I'm only gonna help you for the beginning of this until we get it all worked out, then I have to come back. Like, she definitely didn't just give herself up at the first chance, like, oh, I love my husband, hee, I'm gonna follow him. Like, no, she knows like her worth. I don't know, it was just, again, great storytelling. And I love that we kind of got another full circle moment of, would you love me if I would have kept my scroll form? And he's like, I guess we'll never know. And then we get that conclusion, like, I need to know, would you love me? And he was like, I would love you no matter what. And then she turns into Varys. And then he says that great line. He's like, I will love you for who you are always. Like, you are perfect. And it's a little weird, like, seeing a green creature kiss a human, but hey, whatever. We move on. It was just still cute to see them together, and like that he actually loves her for who she is and not just the human aspect of it. And I'm just really interested to see more with Sonya and with Gaia being like a team, and they're kind of like what Fury and Talos should have been, like a team with no emotion behind it, you know, like, we're not friends, we're not family. You can use me, I can use you, like, we're just here just to make sure that there's peace between humans and that the Skrulls don't die. I really like that. I'm really interested to see how they're going to work that into future projects. So far, this show has shown me, like, I'm just excited for Marvel again. So hopefully, Phase 4 was the worst of Marvel, and we kind of get that ball rolling again of like the excitement for Marvel movies, you know? Maybe we'll see more with the Kree, because he says that the Kree are ready to make peace. So maybe we'll see a little bit about them later on. Who knows? That would be exciting. And overall, the show is just really good. I highly recommend it. I think the cast is really good. The writing is phenomenal. If you know anything about movies, you know that the writer's strike is going on. So solidarity with the writer's strike and all those writers out there, because honestly, without writers, you would have terrible movies, okay? Not even movies at all, but really good writers are a necessity to make shows like this show that are just really good. And I'll get off my soapbox, but just, it was just a really good show, and we have to like thank the writers for that. Anyway, I really liked all the backstory for all the characters. Hopefully they give us more continuity between each future movie, you know? Like, I've already said this ad nauseum, but phase 1 through 3 were very strong. The continuity was there. Phase 4 has kind of gone nowhere, and hopefully with phase 5 we can kind of see it rope back into that same formula that we used to love. So I do also wish that Talos and Agent Hill didn't die, or at least give Hill a little bit more of a powerful death and like solidify that she died, so that we don't have to keep wondering. Like, I felt like we were wondering every single episode, like, is she actually dead? Is she gonna come back? What's actually going on? I wish that they would have given us a little bit more closure on that, or made her death not just like first episode, boom, she's dead, and then we talk about her for like half an episode and then we're done. You know, I think like she was actually such a strong character throughout all of the Marvel films that she deserved a little bit more than that. Who knows? She could still be alive. I doubt it though. And I do like how they solidified Talos's death. Like, they didn't leave it up in the air at all. And I feel like with Hill, we just have so much trust issues with Marvel deaths. Like, they always come back, or they're not really dead, or they were a Skrull, and blah 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 blah. So I just wish that there was more of like a solidified answer. Anyway, that's all I have to say about this show. I really liked it. Again, hope that everybody kind of gets the memo that we need more continuity between the movies and the TV shows, and it's not just like we're throwing out Marvel movies because we know people will see them. But yeah, what did you guys think? Did you like the show? Did you think it was fun, interesting? What cool things did you see that I haven't mentioned? Bro, I keep saying I'm gonna make a squirrel girl video, and it is coming. I just have been procrastinating it. And I also, YouTube is not my full-time job if you didn't know that, but I just got a teaching job at a new school. I start on the 8th, so things might slow down a little bit for my channel, but I still want to be posting a lot, and Squirrel Girl will be happening. I just keep getting sidetracked with my other life. So whatever, we got the best of both worlds. So thank you so much if you watched this video. If you made it to this portion of the video, please go ahead and give it a like and a subscribe, because I want more people in our cool, crazy, nerdy family. So yeah, like, subscribe, and I will see you guys next time. Bye!